What's up, Screen Hawks? It's Eric. And in today's video, we're going to be going over Everybody Still Hates Chris. We're going to be doing I guess, like a mid-season or three-fourths of the season, like review. And I want to just kind of go over some videos talking about, the show and kind of just sharing my thoughts throughout the show. I already did a review on episode one. Episode one was good, but I was seeing a lot of questions, not just like in my comments, but like other people's videos, comments, especially like on TikTok and Instagram about like, yeah, the first episode was good, but what about the second episode? Like, will they be able to continue, the story being good, the characters, still staying good, all of that jazz? And I'm glad to say it is good and it stays good. It stays consistent. The writing stays on point. The voice acting stays on point. I enjoy watching this show. Me and my girl, we enjoy watching this show, especially like at nighttime after work. Watching this is fun time, funny, and it's animated too. We were looking for more animated shows. This is a good one. This is funny. So let's go ahead and go over some of these videos. This one, he's more or less like talking about the first episode, but we'll be able to go over some of the talking points on this and how it still applies to episode 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc.
Before I even get into it, first thing first, what I wanted to say, honestly, I was worried for this series, bro. I've seen so many other sequels, reboots, revivals, whatever you want to call it, fail, and I was genuinely surprised that they were able to pull it off and actually make it solid. Yes, and I am throwing shade to shows such as Proud Family, Louder and Prouder, Let's Go, TMNT. But yeah, if you were a fan of the old show, it's almost impossible to hate this because it's legit that close. From the tone, the mood, the actors, the jokes. Y'all think I'm lying. The show legit picks off the sequel from the cafe scene. And then from that initial point, we learn whether or not Chris actually passed the GED and stuff like that. I don't want to spoil the whole thing for you, but I will get into plot points, and I'll try my best to be vague. I'll try my best, I promise. Don't trust me. So first, main point, plot A, we learn whether or not Chris gets a GED. So yeah, we deal with the aftermath of all that. I'm not going to tell you that one guy that says tragic all the time. Also, little dude from across the street. People like that and so on. This lady too. Oh my, she's out of pocket. She's actually out of pocket. So let me tell you things in the show that were weird to me. I find it weird how the character arc, so what? Basically in this episode, they were reintroducing us to the characters and their personalities and stuff because obviously with the new show, you're bringing in a new generation, new people into it. Also, it's been 20 years since the initial release of Everybody Hates Chris. So obviously they had to, get people reintroduced to who the character are and, and what they stand for and stuff like that. Almost as if the growth that we saw from the characters almost got cut near in half at the initial end of Everybody Hates Chris because directly understanding that they have to start a new show, the characters, how much progress they made as people, honestly got regressed. I felt that within the first episode. I don't know about later because I haven't watched later episodes. Animation. Now, people were bull driving, just going mad crazy on the animation, but I don't even think it's that bad to be honest with you. Also, people were complaining about the fact that they didn't have the same voice actors for Tyler James or Imani or Tiquan, the three siblings. And then also they didn't have the voice actor for Greg. The only people that really returned, I'm pretty sure, is Terry Crews and Tachina Arnold, the mother. For the most part, it's like, I don't know how people forget the fact that most of the cast were kids when they were doing this. So if they were to reprise the role, the voices would not be the same at all. Legit, Tiquan and then also Tyler James, they would sound like they're like 10 years out of prison trying to reprise the role, doing the voice and stuff. Honestly, I don't really got much complaints. Now, is it as good as the original? It's only been one episode so far. So
okay, cool. So let's go ahead and kind of just go over some of these points quickly. Do I think this is better than the original? I'm gonna say it's up there. Hey, actually, what? Maybe slightly. And the reason I'm gonna say slightly is better than the original is because the original I think was great. The actors were great and all that, but this keeps that same flow, keeps the same storytelling, keeps all of that. However, they're able to do even more since it's animated. So, he's giving a review just on the episode one, but throughout the other episodes, some of the other things that they're able to do, like the KKK one was funny. Some like the breakdancing one, like the way they're able to do stuff with the characters, putting them in certain situations that really wouldn't be as funny with live action people, but they're able to get away with it in the animated form. So that's why I'm gonna say it's slightly better. I like both. If you like the live action, you will love this, I feel like. And if you're watching this, just the animated one, I think you'll really like the actual live action too. But just for the fact that they're able to do more with the animation and some of the stuff you see in the backgrounds and stuff like that, that wouldn't necessarily translate as good, if it was in live action. So I will give it a slight edge on that. He also talked about how this is better than the fact of like the Proud Family. Yeah, that comeback was not that good. I remember watching like a couple episodes. Yeah, it really wasn't that good. The animation style, like the anime style I didn't like too on that, but like the plots and all that, it just wasn't really there. Teen Titans Go, I like Teen Titans Go, and I don't at the same time. It's definitely more kiddie and like just out the wall. Doesn't really have good storytelling, I feel like, but it's something that you can just like randomly watch and just like laugh and then like laugh for like 30 minutes and then like forget about it for like a week or two. And I haven't seen the new Ninja Turtles, so I can't say. So I definitely will say for like I guess reboots or whatnot, this did a great job of keeping again the same flair, the same tone, the same type of storylines. It still kept that intact. And this is episode 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. I think I'm on episode like 9 now. Yeah, I think I'm on episode 9. I still gotta watch episode 9 and 10. And by the time this video comes out, maybe 11, 12 may be out by then. But yeah, I watched the majority of all the ones that are currently out, and they have all been good. I've liked the storytelling on each one. He also talked about the characters. I think again the characters throughout the season, like you'll see more characters from the show come back. You'll see like other family members and whatnot, other friends come back on this. But you also see new people too. You will see new people, but yeah, like the classic people, like they felt the same. Like their teacher right here, she felt exactly the same from like the live action. He felt the exact same, even like maybe even a little better in some ways. But like the characterizations are still there. Like it doesn't feel off, at least to me. And the voices sound pretty accurate for most of the characters, even though obviously they weren't able to get like the original actors. I thought the girl was though. I thought the young girl was, but if she was another girl, I was like, yeah, her. I thought she was the same actor for a while. But I think they did a good job of keeping the same voices. The son, Chris, he does sound different on the first episode, but you will get used to it. Like by like the third episode, I got really used to it, and now I'm used to hearing that voice. So now when I see the live action, it's gonna throw me off on not hearing that voice. But yeah, you will definitely get used to it if you didn't get used to it in the first episode, I felt like. And yeah, all the animation too. Yeah, the animation, I was so glad that it was able to stay good, like stay consistent. I was kind of nervous, like they started the first episode, maybe they spent maybe more money on that one, and then on the other episodes, like the quality isn't there. The quality stays there, thank God. The quality stays there. So you won't be disappointed on that either. But let's go ahead and watch the second one here. And this is a clip from one of the episodes.
There goes my fresh start. I don't know why you need one. This place seems okay. Cause it's always the same old here. Watch. Girls ignore me. Big guys want to hurt me. Little guys are suspicious of me.
There's 2 of them now.
And all the adults here are whack.
Hello, students. This is Principal Morello wishing you a great first day back at school. And a special shout out to my home buddy, Chris, who did not get his GED, but it's not his fault. The test wasn't in Ebonics.
Little dude from across the street, I heard you failed your GED. Even our friendly neighborhood con, Jerome, was disappointed in me. And he just mugged a baby.
So yeah, that's one of the scenes from the show. This one was, man, I forgot what episode number it was, but it was when his brother started going to school with him. I think that was a good episode because you can kind of see like the comparison between the two. The brother again has crazy good luck, the best luck in the world, and actually ends up, I don't want to spoil it, but actually I think the synopsis is that, yeah, like he makes him cool, but I'll stop it there. I won't say how it ends up going and all that. Let's see. However, this part was kind of throwing me off right here, talking about him passing the GED or not passing the GED, which kind of makes me think that this is like 2 episodes together, because I feel like this part right here was a different episode than this part right here with her. I could be wrong. It has been a minute since I've seen some of the earlier episodes, but I feel like that was like 2 different episodes together. But as you guys can see, like we're still getting like the same flow of the original. You still got some of the like same, people from the show, like this guy doing crazy stuff, and always trying to take $1 from Chris. Still got that there. The music's still there, and I also think with having Chris Rock doing the narration, I think that also helps out tremendously. If he wasn't doing the narration on this animation, I don't think it would be as good. But with him doing that, I think it still helps it feel like you're watching the actual live action show. Let's go ahead and play this next one here, and let's put the volume on for you guys.
Get these people out of here. No, I want girls here.
Nice club, Chris. Here's my membership fee.
Oh, ow. See? I told you girls would bring bullies. We're supposed to look out for each other, but you only care about yourself. So as president, I say we vote you out. As VP, I second.
Well, as co-president and treasurer, I get 2 votes. And I vote I stay.
He thinks his vote is twice mine? That's even worse than the 3/5 compromise.
And yeah, this is again from like another later episode. As you guys can see, the animation is still pretty good. Still, like, it didn't like go down. I will say his friend, he was probably like the lowest point of the TV show, because I feel like on the live action, I feel like the live action for him was better. Now it could be because this is only season 1 and they're focusing in on other characters, but I do feel like he wasn't 100% as good as the show compared to everybody else. I will say later on, like the first few episodes, he was okay, but he slightly gets better. So I mean, it is what it is on that. I think that is maybe like one down point. So hopefully they do like a season 2 of this. Hopefully he'll get more love too. But throughout the show, I feel like he gets better and better. But he's probably like one of the like lower points. So I'm hoping in season 2 they can get my boy right. Hopefully they can get him right on there. But outside of that, yeah, this was a good episode too with the breakdancing, then becoming enemies. The way they start breakdancing and all that is funny. I don't want to spoil that too. The teacher part on that was funny too. She's like trying to film it. Something happens and she's like trying to burn all the evidence. It was cool. And it worked good for the animation style, which I don't think it would have worked that well if it was in live action for this. And let's go ahead and play this last one here for you guys real quick. And this is right from the actual TikTok, official TikTok channel.
Now that Drew is going to Chris's school, you'll be the first one home every day. So we've decided you're ready for your own key. By the power of this key, I am a grown-up!
I can't believe it. My little girl's a latchkey kid.
Finally!
Thank you.
Hold on. This is a big responsibility. We're trusting you to let yourself in and mind the house alone.
Don't flash the key around. Don't let anyone in, and keep all the windows and doors locked.
You think burglars don't know how to climb? Their hands are good for 2 things, climbing and burglaring. Okay, get going. Love you.
All right, and there's the last one. When she was talking, it kind of reminded me of Rick and Morty a little bit, like with the teeth and the eyes right there. But yeah, this was another good episode here when she loses the key. I'm not going to spoil how it ends, but I do like how Tanya is Tanya. Let's just say that. And Tanya will find a way to be herself. She will find a way to be herself. She'll find a way to blame somebody at the end of the day. And her, like, I like how this one was more focused on her. Oh man, like it's hard to talk about some of these episodes now without just like going into depth, like how it ended. But I do like how on these episodes, I can't say this. I do like how on these episodes, some like stuff that happens, or like maybe it's like small little details will like make an appearance, or like they'll like be discussed or maybe go over maybe slightly on other episodes. So like her key, you'll see her like slightly mentioning that or trying to like, I guess, brag on other people because she has a key, like in later episodes. And you might not just be aware of that, but yeah, I thought that was kind of cool there too. That it is some type of continuity between the episodes, but like it's not like too harsh. You can watch episode 1 and watch episode 9 and then watch episode 7 and then watch episode 10 and you'll still be good. But if you watch it in order, you can see it's like little small things like that. Or if you're watching out of order too, you might notice something and then you'll watch a previous episode and find out why they're talking about XYZ. But overall, I think this show continues to do good. I definitely still recommend this show. I've watched all the way up to like episode 8. I think I still got to watch 9 and 10. And hopefully they got some more coming out soon that I can watch. But yeah, guys, I'm liking this show. I definitely recommend it. If you watched the first episode and liked it, you will like the rest of this. You will. If you like the show, I think you'll like this too. Now, if you didn't like the first episode, you probably won't like the rest of the episodes because it still got that same flair. If you didn't like the live action, you may or may not like this. You may like it in an animated form. So I would give it a shot. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts. If you have continued watching this, like what's your favorite episode? What's your least favorite episode? Do you hope like for a season 2, season 3, season 4 of this? Do you think it gets better? Do you think it gets worse? Definitely want to hear you guys' opinions in the comment section. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.